Now this video is really in response to the video that I made the other day, which was the story of my wife's last day, the day that she died. And I got a call from the hospital the day before. I was at work and they said that she had about a day or two left to live. So I said, okay, I'll be in the morning. Great. Unfortunately, they called me the next morning and said she's only got about an hour or two to get there to live. Apparently she was failing much worse than they had originally realized, and I had to get there as soon as possible. Unfortunately, I lived 100 miles away, and suddenly it was this huge race to get there, unbeknownst to me. And for some reason, I said I got up at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we had to race to get there. I picked up one of her best friends, and we raced to get there. And I got this huge backlash that was I still can't comprehend. This particular comment was fairly obvious, was fairly common rather. So this comment goes like this. I know the entire journey you were on was draining, but this was the end. I have no sympathy for you. You brought this upon yourself. I mean, I can't even wrap my head around where you would be to even make a comment like that. But, we did have to rush to get there. We did get there early enough. Some people think that her family didn't know or something. Well, they called them too. I called them too. You can't put every detail into TikTok, and people think, well, did you do this and do that? And the fact that I got up at 9 o'clock to get there and it was a rush, well, I thought I had another day or two to get there. And to be honest with you, unless you've been through this, unless you've been the caregiver essentially for somebody for 2 decades, and you're absolutely exhausted. And in fact, Amanda had been into probably a dozen hospitals in the last 5 years prior to this. And it was just like another, here we go again, going to the hospital again, going to the hospital again. And you get to the point where you're really numb to it, even though they're telling you it's the last day. The reality doesn't really hit you that, maybe it is, maybe it's not. And honestly, there was no huge part in me to rush there. Because I'd done that too many times. I'd put myself and our son through that too many times. In fact, our son never saw his mother again. There was no rush to go there. We'd been through too much. And unless you've been in this situation, and you've dealt with arrests and car crashes and all the things, the crazy things that an alcoholic goes through and puts their families through. Unless you've been through that and lived through that on a daily basis, you really have no concept of what you're talking about. And again, like most disparaging remarks that I get, and I get tons of them, I hope it's actually educating people. That's the whole point of it. The whole point of it is to understand that everybody deals with things differently. There's no way somebody could understand certainly what I've been through. Unless you've been through that yourself, and having to watch someone literally kill themselves over certainly the last decade of their life, and just the exhaustion of having to pick up the pieces constantly and clean up the mess constantly, and really being the fall person constantly. There's no human being that would really put up with this. The thing is, sometimes you get comments of, why'd you stay with her? Now I'm getting comments because I didn't show up in time, in someone's opinion. It's funny, you can't win either way, and I have no interest in caring in either anybody's really opinion. That's not why I'm here. It's to educate people. And I think before people speak, certainly on my page, they need to think before they leave a message. And on that note, again, we have the Facebook group called Amanda, A Cautionary Tale of Alcoholism. Come join it. It's become a very good support group. We're approaching 1,000 members, so you probably want to get in there in the next week before I open up a second group. And again, if you want to work with me one-on-one, again, link is in the bio. Set up a breakthrough call. I'd love to, find out what's going on with your family and see if the coaching program that I offer is a good fit. I help the family and the alcoholic. I've helped thousands of families. And again, please like, share, and comment. And again, thanks for listening.